Hey, yo, it's Big Zay, Matt, the king of trunk music, liquor store all-star, and you tune in with the Rev and The Bear podcast. Get blessed on your way to work, you feel me?
Welcome to the Rev and The Bear Sports Podcast. Back to you with episode 3 live on Thursday in the midst of a Thursday night football about to happen here. How you doing, Rev?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty excited for this Packers-Seahawks matchup.
I'm super excited
I
being
know
a
you
Seahawks
are.
fan.
I know
am
you are.
super excited.
I know you are.
Go Seahawks. We also have a special guest today here. We got Bryan Garbez. How you doing today, Bryan?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Now, have you been on the show before?
No, I have not, but I'm glad to be here.
Well, it's only our third show, so yeah, he's never been on the show before.
I gotta ask the simple questions. Have you at least listened to it?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, for all you new listeners on there, if you're hearing this for the first time, this is the Rev and The Bear Sports Podcast. We're going to bring you basically the hottest topics in general leagues and all around sports and all around America and the world and everything like that. So, Rev, what do you got started for us today?
I think we'll just breaking news for people that were at work and didn't get to hear it. Christian Yelich won NL MVP, which was a given.
That was totally a given.
And then Mookie Betts obviously winning
That's
the
a given
AL.
too. And he's got a newborn too. What a great way for not even for Mookie Betts.
Mookie's having a great year.
It's not even that. It's like his mojo, his charisma, and all that. It's just like, I think it's really, how do you say it, contagious on that team.
Oh yeah,
it's super contagious.
but I mean, think about it. I would love to have a year where I won a major championship, an MVP, and had a new kid.
Like, literally, you can give that kid, like, hey, I got this World Series ring. Here you go.
I mean, it's a great. It's good for Mookie.
Good for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
They have him on lockdown. So
Mookie, if you're hearing this, congratulations on everything in life. Send that signed jersey. But
we have yet to get one from anybody listening to this. We need you listeners out there, viewers, whatever it may be, whatever way you're listening to this, we need you to share the love. We need you to share the love.
get on Twitter and spam these athletes to get us signed gear.
Exactly. I mean, we already got Bryan here. He's already been listening to us for the last 2 episodes that we've had, so he's here now, and look at it, he's on the show. So this could be you one day.
Yeah. Did we get Terry to sign that golf puck? I mean, the hockey puck? Golf puck. What am I talking about? Wrong sport.
I didn't get Terry to sign the hockey puck, but I did get him to FaceTime you.
Yeah, we did FaceTime Terry, and that was a highlight.
He did FaceTime you. I actually met him in person, had a full conversation, and it was great. It was
Nice guy.
great.
Nice guy.
He's so young.
True businessman. Because
Yeah.
when I was like, hey, man, I'm a big fan, he goes, great. Keep coming to the games. That's it.
He's like, all right, I got to buy a ticket.
Yeah, he's a great businessman. All right, let's kick this show off. Pretty much a preview show today, I would say.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple for the average person that doesn't like follow sports hard or goes into depth into like a specific sport. This is gonna be an easy podcast for them to follow.
Yeah, so let's get kicked off with in the NBA. There's 3 games tonight.
Okay.
You have the Warriors Rockets.
I like it.
Hawks Nuggets.
That's secretly a good one.
And then Spurs Clips, another solid
Yeah,
game.
those are good games.
So I'll pitch over to you. Give me your prediction for the Warriors Rockets. You know, Melo's just got released. No one really knows what's going on in Houston. The Warriors have all that locker room trouble.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Draymond's coming off the first suspended game. He got suspended that one game, the last game, and so now he's back with KD on the court at the same time. I'm pretty sure how this is going down is I'm gonna say Warriors win by 10. I'm saying 10.
yeah, I agree. Houston has more problems than just Melo.
Yep.
And the Warriors, even though, I mean, they have a lot of locker room problems, they're still probably the best team in the NBA.
I'm not gonna go in depth with the whole KD and Draymond thing. I mean, nobody knows how that even got started, not even the press. But I would have to say is that's gonna get squashed here in like the next few games. I feel like because they're gonna turn their heads and be like, this is dumb. We're about to be what back to back
Yeah, they're about to set.
champs. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
they need to like screw their head on right and just move forward. You know, move on.
I mean, they're professionals. This isn't high school where you're going to carry that grudge the whole season.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to put your head down, do what you got to do,
Yep.
and win.
This is your job.
Yeah.
This is your job.
You're living dreams,
Yep.
so they know that. Brian, you want to throw in
You want to throw in a
winner
winner there?
I'm probably go with the Warriors as well,
Yep.
but I'm kind of partial to them being from Northern California.
Oh, so you're doing a shout out to Northern Cali, huh?
Yeah, Bay Area specifically.
Oh, God.
Bay Area,
no.
send the
I'm
jersey.
a Seahawks fan, and we got a 49ers fan. It's not going to work out too well in this
Yeah,
one.
that's
Nick Mullins,
gross.
send the jersey. All right, next game. Let's roll into the Hawks Nuggets. Hawks are having a typical Hawks season the past couple years.
I mean, if you go back 4 years ago, they were all right.
I mean, except for the past couple years. I mean,
They got Trey Young.
Trey Young is lighting it
Trae
up this
Young.
year. He is a spark, but they're in Denver. The Nuggets are probably one of the hottest teams right now.
Surprisingly.
So
They're low-key quietly really good, actually.
it hurts my soul to say this, being from Georgia, being a diehard Hawks fan, but I say Denver wins by 10.
And I will disagree with you on that. I think
Wow.
Atlanta pulls it out. Only reason is because I think when they played Golden State recently, they went into OT with them. And I think that kind of put a little spark in them that they can keep up with the best of the best. Which Denver's not the best of the best.
It's not.
Denver is still a beatable team, and it's still early in the season. I'm going with Atlanta by 4.
Ooh, all right.
4.
All right. Garbez, who you pick?
Probably have to go with the Bear on this one.
Oh yeah.
I feel
Oh
I
yeah.
am sorry, all my Georgia listeners. I am betraying the Peach State, but
Your own home state.
It's
Talker
anyone's
here.
game.
It's anyone's game. That is correct. But I mean, you just said you're going with the Bear on this one. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
all right. Another one that's anyone's game is the matchup between San Antonio and the Clippers. Both teams are having just average seasons right now. No one's really.
Yeah, it's
Jumping out.
weird. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised the Clippers are actually above 500.
I mean, yeah, same. Nothing really much going on here. I mean, Aldridge is doing his thing for San Antonio. Lou Williams is cooking for the Clips. He had a great,
The old man, dude.
he had a great game.
He's the old man.
A couple days ago, and he came off the bench and just lit it up. It was very nice to see. But this one, I think Pop gets the Spurs back.
You think he gets a game plan together?
I think he gets it back together, and then they get it rolling.
I'm gonna say I agree. I think San Antonio is just in a funk. Pop. I mean, I don't know. Is this his last season?
Probably. It probably will
I
be
would
his
say
last
so.
season. It probably will be
So
his last season.
I know he's gonna turn things around. He's not gonna leave the game with a losing record or something where he didn't make playoffs or anything
No,
like
he's
that.
gonna go on his terms.
Yeah, so he definitely will turn things around. I think San Antonio will win this by. I'm gonna go with. It's gonna be close. I'm gonna say 6.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see
I
6.
see a real close late buzzer beater game type
Yeah.
of game. Yeah, I can see that.
Brian, you got anything on that one? You want to go against us? Since you're from the Bay, I mean, you're going against the true team that owns the NFC West, but it's all right. And that's
The
not
Rams?
no,
The
no.
Rams?
Seattle all time, okay?
Oh my god. I don't really got anything for that one.
All right, you said San Antonio, so we're all in agreement for San
Antonio sounds good.
That's what I heard. I heard
All
San
right.
Antonio. All right, let's get in some hockey action
Ooh,
on the
this
ice.
is my favorite right here.
Let's,
Besides baseball.
Before we get into the previews, let's quick score recap of what's going on in the games right now. In the battle for New York, the
I like that.
the Islanders are up 4-3 on the Rangers.
I wish I could have gone to that. If I was in New York, I would have gone to that game.
I have some friends at this game. They're diehard Islanders fans, which is very rare to find. But
I mean, somehow Jeffrey Geis was a Rangers fan when he's from Virginia.
yeah,
He's an odd soul, but we love him.
I'm not calling him bandwagon, but I'm not calling true fan either.
All right, we got Devils and Flyers that just happened. Actually, it's still going on, right?
Yeah, it's still going
it's still
on.
going on because Eastern time. It's all jacked up over here. It's 1-0 right now, Devils. I think the Flyers come back in this game.
I don't know. I think New Jersey keeps it. They're playing really good right now.
Philly's playing really well.
I mean,
And it's in Philly right now. I say final scores 3-2 Philly. Then we jump around here. We got Lightning and Penguins still playing. It's tied up 3-3. That's a good matchup. You got veterans versus young and upcoming, especially with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is like that young team. Besides Steve Stamkos, he's been there for a minute,
Yeah.
but he's got that group that is just there. And I wish they still had Bishop still as their goaltender. But I think since it's in Pittsburgh, They run away with it here. I think it's gonna be 5-3.
See, I'm going against. I think Lightning. They're playing like Lightning do. They're playing Tampa Bay hockey, the good old Southern hockey. I'm gonna go.
So there's Tampa hockey. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Tampa hockey, dude.
We got Florida hockey. You know, there's
Yeah.
ice in Florida.
Yeah, Tampa hockey, dude. You gotta
Down in
go.
the swamps.
down in the
Hey,
Everglades. Here they come.
It gets cold enough. It
Gators.
sleets there sometimes. All right, I'm saying Tampa pulls it out, and probably a shootout.
All right. Let's jump around. We got Blue Jackets and Panthers in Columbus. 3-2 right now is the score. I think Columbus definitely takes this.
Oh yeah.
I think it's gonna be an onslaught. It's only the second period right now. I'm gonna say 6-2 final. There's no way that Florida wins this game.
I say Florida gets 1 or 2 more goals, but
Oof.
still in an onslaught.
It's gonna end bad. What's the next game we got?
We got Red Wings Senators. That's going on. It's in the first right now. It's tied up 0-0. I'm gonna go Red Wings on this one.
It's so hard because Detroit's not having like the season that they haven't had a good season in a minute like what they used to be.
Yeah.
Ottawa is having a really bad season right now. Shout out to Bobby Ryan. I love Bobby Ryan. Even though when he got traded from the Ducks to the Senators, that was the only Ducks player I liked. I'm a diehard Sharks fan, but Bobby Ryan was a killer of Sharks. Like he was like Poseidon, and he put the trident right in the gills. Like it was so bad. But I would definitely say Detroit probably has this game 2-0. I think it's a shutout.
Yeah. Let me go over to the good old Canucks, the weird name for a whale, and Minnesota.
That team is on fire right now.
Yeah, Minnesota's up 1-0 right now in the first, but
There's no way they hold that.
I'm calling Canucks, and we need to get our buddy Rashawn on here. Talk about his his first ever hockey game. He went to opening day for the Canucks. We got to get him on to see how that was.
I can't believe his first hockey game was an NHL game, which is awesome. But let alone a season opener for a Canadian team, that is like you are forever a Canucks fan. You cannot change your team. You cannot change anything. You can't change the way you dress to those games. You can't do anything different now. And I don't know if they won or not, but he's definitely a Canucks fan now.
Yeah, so let's get into the preview of these late games. We'll start off with the Canadians and Flames. Calgary's having a hot start.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Canadians doing about.
They're doing their thing too.
But they're in Calgary, and I'm gonna go Calgary.
I'm going to go with Montreal. This is the only reason why I say this. This is Canada versus Canada. Montreal's one of the original 6 teams.
Yeah.
So this is something sentimental to them, you know, if you got Canadian teams playing against each other. Plus, the Eastern Conference right now is a harder conference to play in. While Calgary's in the West, Montreal's in the East, I think Canadians take it 3-2 final.
Oh, yeah. I can see it.
I mean, it's going to be a close game.
But I'm still going Flames.
Hey, Tkachuk's kid on the Flames is just like his dad. So Calgary's got something there. They need to keep him there.
I think they will. I think Calgary's moving in the right direction.
So I hope they keep, because there was always that speculation of them not having a stadium.
Yeah.
There was something there. I forget what it was about, but it was something kind of weird. It was last year, but I think they moved on from it. Next game we got is Nashville at Arizona, who is surprisingly have a good season. Arizona.
Arizona has to.
We know Nashville's already Nashville.
Yeah, but Arizona has to have a good year
to keep the fans,
or they're going to lose the franchise.
But here's the thing: I've been to the Coyote Stadium. I like it. When you walk in, the stadium goes down. So like you start at the top when you walk in. You start at the top and it goes down, which is awesome. But it's just, I think it's a matter of, I think there are fans there. There are plenty of fans. But I just don't see a reason why to move. I really don't. I like them. The logo's awesome. The players you get stay there, like Shane Doan.
It's not too much of a.
It's an ownership.
It's an ownership and money thing. They're not making.
Well, the state needs to figure something out and be like, hey, if we can find an owner where they're staying, even if they don't, they need to find a way to keep them there. That stadium was built for almost that specific reason.
Yeah, I don't see them staying. I say they're gone this year.
I don't want to.
I don't know where
Didn't
they're going.
Wayne Gretzky own them?
At one point, I think.
I'm pretty sure he did. And I'd be sad to see that go. I like it. I like it. It's been there for what, since the 90s?
Couple years, a couple of decades now.
Yeah. So, but in anywho, I think Nashville takes this one. I'm going to say 4-1 final. The way that Nashville plays is just way too high tempo for any team to keep up with them. Even, honestly, I see them going to the Stanley Cup again.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with the 3-goal win, but I'm going to say they shut it out 3-0.
Ooh, all right. And then comes the...
I'll build this one up for you.
All right.
So the late game in hockey today, we have the Maple Leafs having a fantastic season. You know, they're tied for number 1 in the East.
Yeah, that's okay.
But they're traveling to the West Coast.
That's what I'm talking about. Where are they going?
They're going to go get into some shark-infested waters.
Better watch out. They hunt in packs.
So
it's nighttime, too.
They're
They
taking
hunt
on the
at night.
Sharks, number 1 in the West.
You think a leaf is going to stop a shark from eating it?
I'm gonna make our prediction before I let you get into it. I'm going Leafs.
How dare you?
I'm going Leafs.
How dare you right now?
I'm going Leafs.
Oh my God.
And a 2-1 victory.
And by the way, y'all, we're all watching Thursday Night Football right now, and
So just an update. We're watching this Seahawks-Packers game. First down, Seahawks fumble.
you were just waiting for a moment to talk, weren't you?
Well, the game's on right now.
Yes, I see that. Chris Carson just fumbled the ball.
He was waiting for a moment just to talk crap.
I know.
On your Seahawks.
Right? Like, okay, I get it. We're not the greatest. We're not Super Bowl bound. You don't have to reiterate. Your team is 2 wins.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Right,
That's all I had to say. Anyways, going back to these Sharks, okay?
All right.
How dare you say a maple leaf will stop a shark in its tracks? There's no way, no how this happens. Even in the animal world, I'm pretty sure there's some leaves in the ocean somewhere, and I'm pretty sure sharks are like, oh, this looks kind of good, and they'll eat it, Maybe chew it up, spit it out later. But right now, Jumbo just got his 400th career goal.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, he's one of, I think, 7 players or something like that, or 11 players, something weird, with 400 goals. I think he has like 1,500 something played games, and I think he has like 700 assists, something like that. It's something crazy. And ever since I can remember, when I think I was in middle school at the time, when they traded him and to San Jose from Boston for Marco Sturm, I knew from the get-go that this was going to be great. And it's turned out to be great. And they, even though, he's getting up there in age and everything like that, but they keep on signing him to those 1-year deals, he's not going to leave. And if the Sharks don't sign him, he's going to retire. There's no way he can do it. I'm surprised that Patrick Marleau actually signed with Toronto. I don't know if he's still there or if he retired. Hey, shout out to him. He stayed in San Jose forever too. Sharks take this game, I think, in an onslaught at home. They're on fire. Evander Kane's on fire. Erik Karlsson's there now. He's on fire. Brent Burns, he's kind of having a slow season, but I think he does well tonight. I say final score 5-2.
Wow. All right, against the Leafs.
The Leafs.
All right.
I don't care about Matthews, man. He's a great player. I mean, if he was on my team, I would love him to death. But right now, you're in Sharks territory, man. You better watch out. And I know Brian wants to say something on this radio right now. He's just biting his lip. So what do you want to say right
ahead.
now? What just happened?
Hit the breaking
what
news.
happened?
All right, 3 plays. That's all it took for them to score on your Seahawks. That's all I got to say about that, man.
And
It was a 10-yard pass to Jimmy Graham, and then 2 runs by Aaron Jones for all you fantasy fans.
It's okay. I have Jimmy Graham on my fantasy, and I knew that this game was going to be tight, so there's plenty of ball game to be played. Plus, we have 4 wins, not 2. So.
At least they're off to a great start.
Yep.
All right, let's switch over to NCAA football. Before we get into some of the highlighted games this week, it's official. Les Miles, LSU, agreed to the buyout. Not the $6 million he was guaranteed, but they do a $1.5 million buyout. He's free to go where he wants. And he recently interviewed for the Jayhawks job up in Kansas.
I mean, it was just a matter of time before that would happen.
So since he's going to probably be the next head coach of Kansas, and he is a great coach.
I don't think Kansas is still going to be that good, though.
Nope. Heard it here. 3 years, Kansas challenge for the Big 12.
All right, so let me tell you this. This sounds like a Nebraska story, too, Nebraska gets what? They got Frost as their coach.
Yeah, Frost.
And he's a Nebraska hero. He's a hero there. He's a great coach, but they are just not getting the recruiting classes they need
It's
to
been
become
1 year.
good. And I'm not saying I'm saying Nebraska has a better chance than Kansas to make a bowl in the next 3 years.
I say Kansas
There's
challenge for the
no
Big 12.
way.
I don't say they win the Big 12. I say they challenge for it, but...
There's no way. I don't see it. But all right, so what matchups do we have?
All right, so...
Let's go with top 4.
Top 4? Okay.
4.
Well, Alabama's playing the Citadel.
That's not top 4.
That's an onslaught.
That's something I actually want to see because records are going to probably be broken.
What records could they break anymore?
Tua can break anything he wants. Literally. I mean, if he really wanted to, he can probably break one of those players in half.
Top 4 games. I got to throw up the Texas.
You have to throw up?
Well, yeah, because... Okay, going through the top 25, I have to throw up. Because there are teams that have 4 losses
Which team?
in the top 25. There are...
Which teams are you talking about here? This is a top 25?
Top 25 team has 4 losses.
But are those 4 losses like legit? Like
It's Northwestern. No, they're not legit. It's Northwestern. Northwestern is 6-4. They're
It's just a bad year for everybody,
They're
then.
probably going to end 8-4, maybe. And you can't have 4.
I say they lose that game against Minnesota, by the way.
I do say so too. Yeah,
I think Minnesota's a silently good team.
Mississippi State. Sorry, Zay.
Oh, don't call them out like that.
I also love Mississippi State from the SEC.
They win that game. Come on.
They win the game, but they also
Yeah.
have 4 losses.
But here's the thing. Zay, I'm backing you up here. Don't worry. Don't worry about the Rev. I got you, Zay. Hey, Mississippi State beats Arkansas. They've already got 6 wins to go to the bowl game.
Oh, I'm not saying they don't. They clearly they're in Starkville. They beat Arkansas.
They had a great start.
but they have 4 losses. You got in the top 25.
But like 3 out of those 4 are like from top 5 teams.
I don't care. You're not 4 losses, not top 25. So let's go. Probably my number 4 game is the Iowa State Texas game.
I say Iowa State takes that game because Texas is like they started off hot. They're like, yes, we're back to the same old Texas, with McCoy, like that era there, and then they suffered. So they beat Oklahoma. I'm an Oklahoma fan. All right, I know I jump around for states, but my family's everywhere. I grew up being an Oklahoma fan and everything like that. When they beat us in that just rivalry right there at the Red River Shootout, it was heartbreaking. At the same time, though, Oklahoma has bounced back ever since then, and Texas has kind of just plummeted.
Yeah.
Like that Oklahoma State loss was just bad for them. It was bad. And then now they're playing Iowa State, who finally, I'm proud of Iowa State.
Iowa State's having I've watched some of their games
They have finally got the recognition they deserved in the Big 12.
Have you watched their games this year?
Yes, they are good.
Playing good football.
They have good players. It's just literally the Big 12 is all offensive scheme, and they haven't had an offensive team in a while. They've had defense there, but now they finally have a quarterback that is like a dual threat.
Oh, Sue, you'll like this. I was watching an interview with Baker Mayfield earlier today, and they were talking to him about the defenses in the Big 12. He said, like you said, they're like, you're so good offensively in the Big 12.
Yep.
Was because the defenses were easy to play or because the offensive scheme was good.
Yep.
And he goes, the defenses were easy to play.
It literally is. I think, okay, so if I'm not a defensive coordinator and I don't study playbooks for like football or anything like that. But if I'm looking at it, I'm looking at every team in the Big 12. I feel like they do it like a cover. They don't do man-to-man. They don't do that. They play a cover. So that means your run game can go wherever it wants, or your pass game, if you do a little shake and bake with your wide receiver, he's going to be wide open. And hopefully, because Oklahoma used to be a defensive dominating team. Like, it was games where the other opposing team would only kick field goals. It would be that bad. Shout out to Bob Stoops, though, and I love the guy to death. So
Yeah, Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley, I love him. He's doing great. I'm sorry for Bob Stoops' brother Mike Stoops getting fired, but he needed to go. It was not working out there too well. So I think they have their head on the right track, even though they're still giving up a lot of points a game. But let's get off topic of Oklahoma.
Yeah,
here.
I also say that Iowa State does knock off.
Yeah, Iowa State
Texas.
definitely knocks out Texas. Knocks
Let's,
them off.
Let's go to a trap game. My number 3.
Ooh, okay.
West Virginia at Oklahoma State.
Ooh.
I have this as a trap game.
Oklahoma State takes it. I'm hoping they do. I'm
I'm going West Virginia. Will Greer is looking Will Greer is looking like a true
Heisman winner.
and not Heisman winner, but true NFL quarterback. If he does,
You think he's like what's that kid from that was from that was drafted in the first round. God, what's his name?
There's a lot of kids.
I know. I'm trying to think. He's in Buffalo.
Allen?
Yeah.
He's better than Allen.
You think?
Yo, yeah.
I don't know.
By far. Watch the game film on him.
But here's the thing. Like, he's playing defenses like we said there.
But he is putting the ball. He's releasing the ball before the receivers get out of
You
their
think
break.
he gets drafted higher than Tua?
Yeah, he's better than the quarterback than Tua.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Will Greer, better quarterback than Tua.
All right. Well, you're saying West Virginia wins.
I'll say West Virginia wins by 20.
I probably agree with you, but I'm just hoping that Oklahoma State just pulls an upset and takes care of things. So, in
All right.
Bedlam. So,
My number 2 game is actually the number 1 game for College Game Day. They're going to be here for the first time. You have the Central Florida Knights, who have still yet to lose
which I don't understand why they're only ranked 11.
because they play in the American Conference. Gets no respect.
Who cares?
Once again,
they're undefeated.
Yes, but the college
I
playoff
wish
people
they
have
went off
their-
of records for this sometimes.
They never will. There's their algorithms and strength of schedule and all that
Like
stuff.
you don't see the NFL doing algorithms. You see
Yeah.
them like who has the best record.
Yeah, but they're playing Cincinnati, who, and this is why the 4 losses bothers me. They have 1 loss. They're 9-1, and they're sitting at 24.
And they're what in the Big East?
They're also in the American Conference.
Oh, they're in the American
Yeah,
Conference.
the American.
Okay.
They're in Central Florida. I'd say Central Florida keeps the undefeated streak alive.
I haven't really looked into both of these teams, to be honest. I knew Cincinnati used to be like 2 years ago. Used to be pretty decent. UCF, I've heard of them being fairly well for like the past 3. Same with like USF and stuff like that. I would agree with UCF just because they got the home field, and they have that undefeated like tempo, like we cannot lose, And if they don't lose a game this season, they have a chance to make the playoffs. There's still 3 games left.
I say if they don't make playoffs.
If they win this game, that's actually going to probably jump them up at least into the top 8.
If they don't finish the season, if they go undefeated,
They finish top 5. They have to.
They have to. If not, we really, as a college football society, we have to analyze how we're
That's
doing
ridiculous.
rankings.
You say you go 12-0 and you can't make top 5 when there's like a team in there probably in the top 5 that's going to have 1 loss.
There's teams probably in the top. There's teams in the top 10 that have 2 losses.
Well, I didn't. So who's in there? We got LSU.
LSU's
LSU's both of the losses have been at least good losses. Though.
Michigan has 1 loss. Georgia has a loss. I mean, Georgia lost to LSU. I mean, you have.
It's just they're using that conference is like not as strong.
It's
the
not,
opponents that they're playing are not strong.
And I get they're not strong, but you're still undefeated. That
Exactly. That's what I'm agreeing with.
That should account for
something.
something.
They definitely should.
So my number 1 game is a top 15 matchup.
Okay.
Number 12 Syracuse, who is having a lights out good season.
That's so weird.
Goes to South Bend to face the Irish, and I think
that good.
And I think will be a fantastic game.
I think it will. Yes.
I say Notre Dame wins, but I am fingers crossed for the Syracuse upset. And I think it's possible.
I'm totally agreeing with you, because Notre Dame is not that good. They are not that good. And if we're going off of records here, or scheduling, right? Why are they in the top 4?
Yeah.
Who have they played besides Michigan? Nobody, right? So I think if Syracuse beats them, it shows Notre Dame's true colors, and I'm hoping Syracuse wins. If they do, they definitely jump into the top 10. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely top 10. So that's what we got for college football. I think you want to mosey on along to the good old NFL that's happening right now live on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, so right now Packers are up 7-0, and they are driving in Seattle territory.
That's all right.
3rd and 3, but
it's early. It's early.
I know you're going to pick the Seahawks to come back and
yes.
win.
Final score 31-28.
I'm going Packers 20-10.
20-10. Okay.
I think the defense will kind of settle down and
Well,
start playing.
let's look at this play right here. Aaron Rodgers is rolling out. Pocket. Oh, he's rolling out hard. Oh, he threw it. No, incomplete pass. All right. So that's your live update right there. But I mean, most likely when this gets uploaded, it's going to be a little too late.
So. But let's hop into some previews. Actually, a big game to start off the Sunday. You have a division matchup against Cincinnati and Baltimore. Both teams that started off red hot. Really really getting some cold water splashed on them. They're really died down.
Who, Baltimore?
Baltimore and
Yeah.
Cincinnati both. They're both.
I think
kinda-
Baltimore's died out harder.
Yeah,
So.
they're in Baltimore. So who you got?
Such average teams. Such average teams. I think Baltimore takes it since it's in Baltimore. Also, I want to say is Cincinnati, you need to get rid of Marvin Lewis. He's got to go. He's got one playoff win. It's so sad. Like, I don't get it. You're firing everybody else but him.
I don't know what blackmail he has on the owners
I don't
and GM,
know.
but
It's just, I don't get it. Like, you go to the playoffs and then you lose the first round. He has one playoff win.
he's 3 years past the expiration date. He should have been gone a while ago. He should have been gone after last season.
I mean, you think he's made millions of dollars. He can retire and be fine. He really could.
But yeah, I'm saying Cincy wins it. Baltimore's just 2.
Saying Joe Mixon does the job.
I'm saying John Ross is the start of this game. I'm saying John Ross is the start of this game.
That kid needs a breakout. He does.
He
need a
does.
breakout.
He has potential. I'm a big fan of him. I say this is his game. This is the game he comes out on.
Yeah. All right.
Brian, you
You got anything?
Yeah, not really.
all right.
He's our best guest so far. I just want to let you know he is the most comforting guest. Like, if you ever need like someone just to give a hug to, go to Bryan Garbez.
Yeah, he's great.
He gives out great hugs.
Next game on the docket, we
You sound
have
like a creeper, man.
All right, so we got
Hugs Not Drugs, Garbez.
that's a good one. We got Carolina at Detroit. Detroit not having a great season at all. At least they're not going over for the whole season. Carolina, surprisingly, I wouldn't say surprisingly, doing very well.
They're doing what
very
Carolina's
well.
supposed to do.
Especially with New Orleans in that division,
Yeah, North Turner really came into Carolina and
turning it around.
is great for Cam Newton.
Which I don't understand why he couldn't do that with the Chargers at the time. But
What a run.
I just want to say Carolina definitely dominates this game. I say they win by 14. We'll go 21-35. I think Christian McCaffrey is on fire, and he and Cam Newton are like a big dynamic duo.
I say Carolina wins. I don't say by 14. I say by 10. They're in Detroit, so they got to give something for the home crowd.
Yeah, true. All right, let's go on to Tennessee at Indianapolis. Tennessee coming off a huge win.
This is for the division.
Huge win.
I say that this one can
This
really,
determines it.
I say this one can determine the division.
I think, and it's really sad to say because I love Andrew Luck. I love him as a person too, and seeing him healthy and everything like that is great. But I say Tennessee is just riding that train. They just beat New England, right? They have that just demeanor that they know how to win now. And I think Marcus Mariota is trying to finally figure out, like, I got legs. I'm going to use legs
Yeah.
instead of throwing it, you know?
Thinking back to his Oregon days.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to. It works. If you know you can't throw as well or you're not doing well, like, it's not a stats game. It's you got to win. The best person I think that does that in clutch times is Russell Wilson, hence he's on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But I'd say he's the best clutch quarterback. If you're down by a certain amount, you know, he can get you something. But Marcus Mariota can definitely do that with his legs.
So, 2 really cool stats about this game. The Titans are number 1 in defense for points allowed. They're only allowing 16 points a game.
That's phenomenal.
And Indy is riding a streak of 4 straight games
Without a sack,
without
right?
allowing a sack.
That is what they paid that O-line to do, and I'm glad they're doing it. Andrew Luck is loving it.
But being said, I think Titans roll in, and
they
I
take it.
know last week I said that you don't roll into Lucas Oil and pull out a win,
Yep.
but I think Tennessee does it.
Yeah. So what's our next game? What do we got?
So next game, we're rolling into Atlanta. The Cowboys coming off a nice win against Philly.
What happened to Atlanta last week?
We don't, you know, they. A lot of things happened to Atlanta last week, but we're getting Deion Jones back. Coming off that brutal loss that still stings. I tear up every time I think about it to the Browns.
I mean,
Fun fact, the last time the Browns won a game in November was in 2010 against Atlanta.
oh man, they just got a thing for you guys.
Only in November. So, scheduling guys, you know, make us play like October, December.
Yeah, just play like first game of the season. Like,
Yeah,
get
you
it
know,
done and
I'd be
over
okay.
with.
I'd be okay with that, but
I would definitely in this game. I would go with Atlanta.
I'm going Atlanta. We're at home. We're getting Deion Jones back, who is the nucleus of our defense, our offense. can score.
Matt Ryan's still doing Matt Ryan things,
Matt
and so is
Ryan.
Julio.
Julio got 2 touchdowns in a row.
That's what I'm saying. Julio's starting to cook. Not just with pass yards, or receiving yards, sorry. He's actually scoring now.
Yeah, so I say Atlanta in a close one by about 3 or 4.
All right. So let's go with Tampa at New York Giants. This is kind of like we're at the bottom of the barrel again. I honestly say Giants take this game. Reason saying is Tampa still is trying to figure out a quarterback issue.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm going to go...
Saquon's cooking. He's been cooking.
I'm going New York. I think that game against the Niners, granted it was too late in the season.
Yeah.
But I think...
OBJ looked good.
OBJ looked good. Eli looked like
Eli.
a Manning for
He
once.
actually he threw very well. That was a good game.
And they're playing, I mean, the last place defense. You know, I'm saying New York, but also in a close one. I would say by a field goal.
I'll go a touchdown. I think a touchdown's in there.
All right, let's roll into the capital. You have
All right.
Washington coming off a really unimpressive win.
I don't know how they keep on winning. They're doing it.
You know how they're winning?
Alex Smith.
No, because there's been no lead changes in any of their games.
Give it to Alex Smith, though. Come on. He is the safest quarterback you could ever have on a team.
So, actually, Derek Carr now took over the first place in...
What, like 0 interceptions?
Minus, what's the word I'm looking for? Lowest yards per pass attempt.
Really?
Yeah, Derek Carr is actually...
But his is showing. His record for that team is showing, for sure.
It's showing for sure, but yeah. But Washington is playing the Texans, who are cooking.
Yeah. You know, Alex Smith, he's safe, but he does work when you need him to.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Being a 49ers fan, you know all about that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because then you gave up on him.
You know what? The 49ers crucified Alex Smith. And then after he left, I think a lot of people regretted it.
I mean, I'm not a 49ers fan, and I say yeah. That turned out really bad for you guys when you guys got rid of him.
It's not from some sort of quarterback play, because Kaepernick didn't lose his job because of quarterback play.
Kaepernick was still a good quarterback.
He's
It's just
right.
There's just that off-field issue, which we won't discuss, but it's just there, and it's sad to say, but this is all about Alex Smith though right now, and I think he took how the 49ers kind of just like, go somewhere else, and it lit a fire, and he's been great ever since.
I think initially though, like what Alex Smith needed was a coach who believed in him, and that's when Jim Harbaugh came to the table, and he had gone through like how many offensive coordinators, an injury, a concussion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was constantly fighting for his starting spot. No one believed in him, not even the fans. And finally, Jim Harbaugh comes around. He has a coach that believes in him, and that's when the fire lit under him. They finally went to the championship for the first time in 11 years?
Yeah, long time.
And then went to the playoffs the next year, and that's when they replaced him again. And he just needed someone who stood by him and believed in him. And after that, he had Andy Reid, who is also a phenomenal coach and works perfect for the type of quarterback
He is. He's a pocket passer.
Yeah, and Andy Reid and Alex Smith worked great hand in hand. So that was another coach that believed in him, another good team. He had weapons all around him, and the offensive style was perfect. So it helped him grow even more as a quarterback. So now that groomed him well for now the move to Washington.
Look at you, Brian. Look at that.
It took him a while to get going. But once you get those wheels of
being a
churning.
coach, I mean, that was inspirational. If I was in the locker room, I would start beating my chest and everything like that. Going on that field. Going back to the game, this is such a close one, and I feel the way that Houston's playing, I think they kind of outpaced Washington in this one, especially with AP. I think J.J. Watt is going to stop AP in his tracks. I think he does.
So I think the Redskins keep their streak alive of no lead changes because the Texans are going to get out hot. They're going to come out firing.
It just sucks that Fuller's gone, but they did replace him with
Demaryius Thomas, Georgia Tech boy, love him to death. Bebe, if you're listening, send me that jersey.
We have yet to get one. Be the first one, please.
Texans win. They jump out early. They keep the lead. Washington sets the record for most games without a lead change,
Yep.
but Texans get the job done.
Yep.
Let's go on a quick 3.
Okay.
We'll go quick 2 because the third game is I really want to hear your input on it.
Okay.
So we're going to go quick 2. Just throw out your picks. Steelers and Jags in Jacksonville.
Pitt. Easy.
Brian?
Steelers and Jags?
Yeah, in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Bear on this one.
Yeah, I'm also agreeing. Steelers are firing on all cylinders. Next game, Broncos Chargers in LA.
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 Definitely LA.
Yep, unanimous LA.
That team is going to the Super Bowl. I'm calling it.
All right, this third game, I really want to hear because it's 2 bottom dwellers, but one has shown more promise than the other. You have the 1-8 Oakland Raiders versus the 2-7 Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Who you got, Bear?
I got the Cacas. If Cardinals make a sound like that, I think David Johnson actually has a good game.
He had a great game last year. Last week.
I'm saying and I think he carries that team in that game. Oakland just they cannot figure anything out. They've literally done everything they possibly could to figure something out, and they can't.
I'm convinced they're doing it systematically.
To get the number 1?
They have all these draft picks
Yep.
that they're going to go, okay, well, we're going to get the first one,
Yep.
and then we're going to pray that some of the other teams that we traded with do pretty bad.
Imagine if they had that, so when do they move into Vegas?
Next year.
All right, so basically they're setting themselves up for the first season there.
Yeah, and
John Gruden knows what he's doing.
I think John Gruden came in and was like, we're going to win. It didn't start off the way he's like,
He's like, all right, we're going to lose.
We're going to lose.
We're going to get a lot for it.
Yeah, we're going to set ourselves up.
They set themselves up better than Indy did with Andrew Luck.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Amari Cooper's worth a first-round draft pick? No.
God, no.
They got a good steal. I don't know what Dallas was thinking. They're like, we'll give you our first-round draft pick. No way I would have done that. No way.
I'm also going Arizona. Bird Gang.
I am going to have to go with Oakland on this
Ooh.
one. Okay, once again, I'm partial to the Bay Area.
That's a side of the Bay you don't want to go to.
Unless
You know
you're Marshawn
what?
Lynch.
Say what you will about the Raiders, but there's not a single team in the NFL who has a more loyal fan base.
I will say the Browns, sir.
Yeah.
The
They
Browns.
stayed loyal through bad times.
I don't know.
More bad times in the black hole.
Have you seen Cleveland Stadium? It's actually really nice.
Don't say that on air.
Oh, sorry. I mean, the Google images look really good.
Don't say that on air.
Well, I don't know. I think the Raiders for the past few seasons, I feel like they've been setting themselves up very well, and at the end of each season, I'm kind of like, man, next year is going to be the year that the Raiders are going to break out and do good.
That's what the Browns say.
And yeah, but I don't know. I think if the Raiders are going to win a game, it's going to be this one. And
If they win a game, they've won one.
I will say if they do win it, to win another game, this
is going to be the game to win. And I think you guys are right too. Next season, I think they're setting themselves up. So they might be a contender next year.
All right, so 2 Arizonas and a Raiders.
All right, we're going to go quick 2 here. Another quick 2.
Quick 2, all right. We got quick 2. We got Philly at New Orleans against the Saints. Who you got?
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans as well. Brian?
New Orleans.
Yep. And then the Saturday night game, you have the Minnesota Vikings against the Chicago Bears.
I'm going with the Bears on this one. The Bears. The way that they're playing, sorry, I don't want to go super in depth, but their defense right now, everybody talks about they haven't done the greatest, but they've done really well, and they said Khalil Mack has been off his game a little bit. I honestly feel like Chicago's going to take this division.
Yeah, I'm also going with the Bears. Brian?
I think it'd be close, but the Bears.
The Bears.
Now it's the matchup of the century right now.
This has been
waiting. And it plays in Mexico City.
No, they changed the venue.
Oh, because of what's going on?
The field is so bad that they had to tore up from soccer games. They're playing it in L.A. The Rams make it a home game.
Oh.
And there's been 4 games over the century of football that over the 50 years of Monday Night Football that leading before this game between teams that have 1 or 0 losses.
Really?
This late in the season. All 4, the home team have won. So.
Here's the thing, though. There's a guy in Kansas City named Patrick Mahomes. There's a guy in there named Kareem Hunt. And then you got another guy named Tyreek Hill. And That offense is just, you can't stop it. And LA's defense that they spent all this money on has not been performing.
No, they can't stop the run. They can't defend.
They are not doing
coverage.
anything. That offense is saving them. And then Cooper Kupp's out.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing out. So I say KC with 10 points.
I say KC.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on this one. I mean, their offense is just incredible this season.
All right. Well, you've heard the preview for the big
the
sports.
NFL, and just so you know, we're gonna keep a little chalkboard going on here on the Bear side over here. It's gonna be way past the Revs picks and stuff like that. So just
Yeah, we're
letting
gonna
you
do
guys know.
picks, and starting next week we'll probably bring in some locks, and locks will be worth 2 points.
Ooh, okay.
So before we dismiss here, I gotta say for all you fellow Americans listening that may not know what's going on, there is a playoff happening as we speak.
What playoff game?
The MLS games
Okay.
are going on.
That's actually a growing sport right
It's
now.
the semifinals. For the western side, you have Sporting KC versus the Portland Timbers. And
Didn't Portland knock off Seattle?
Portland did knock off Seattle, and
Which-
I watched that whole game. Great second leg, fantastic game. I am really partial to Seattle when it comes to soccer. But yes, KC and Portland are playing, and then on the eastern side, you have my Atlanta United taking on the New York Red Bulls in a 1-2 matchup.
That's a good one.
So 2 legs happening in 2 weeks. Winners will face
For the champion.
in the championship in either Atlanta or New York.
And it's
So-
one and done, right?
No, it's 2 legs.
Oh, it's 2 legs. Okay,
Home and-
you're saying that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, home and away. If you haven't watched MLS at all, or you really don't know what's going on, tune into these games next week.
Probably intense.
They're going to be great games. The atmosphere will be electric. If you don't like soccer, watch these games. I guarantee you, after these playoffs, you will be a fan.
I mean, that's like, I'm pretty sure in soccer you get to wear a scarf as a fan, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
so into
I
this now.
got a plethora of scarves.
You have a plethora of scarves, so I'm gonna definitely go up there and steal a single one, not a plethora of them.
And for the people that are listening saying that soccer is not a big sport, Atlanta United has set attendance records for soccer that have been number 1. We set the number 1 attendance record for soccer the same day that World Cup is being played. We sold more seats than the World Cup for a soccer game.
Soccer, okay, worldwide, soccer is the most worldwide
Yeah.
sport. In America, it's not there, but it's like the NHL. It grows. It's
Yeah.
growing fast, too. And if all you are listening, Garbez, Brian here just made a weird sound, so why don't you say what just happened, Brian? Go ahead.
I'm just trying to contain myself. I don't think your Seahawks is winning this. That's like what? That was like a 50-yard touchdown pass out of the pocket. With
Two
Aaron Rodgers.
Jimmy Graham though. So if you have Jimmy Graham,
I have Jimmy Graham.
oh no, it was not Jimmy Graham. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It was
Oh.
to their backup tight end.
I think that was like 60 yards. I'm not gonna.
Well,
Beautiful
it's
pass.
okay, guys. It's okay. Hey, for all you Seahawk fans out there, we all know what kind of season this is. And it's time to rebuild around Russell Wilson. And we are doing that slowly but surely.
You know what? I might not be a Seahawks fan at all. Quite the opposite. But I'll tell you what. I am a Russell Wilson fan.
He's a great guy. And we're going back.
It's hard not to be.
We're gonna go back to soccer here. So the Revs telling you guys right now, soccer is growing. All right. And let me tell you this: I don't watch soccer. All right, never have, never even played it really.
Yeah.
I mean, I can probably use my legs to kick a ball, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know the rules and everything like that. But here's the thing: if I'm not into any sport, that's the first sport I would pick.
Yeah, I played in college. I played in high school. Soccer is my favorite sport of all time. It's near and dear to my heart. And there is no better atmosphere than going to a soccer game. If you watch it on TV, you can hear the fans chanting over the announcers. It's incredible.
That's nuts.
Please check it out. And that's all I gotta say about it. Check it out if you've never seen soccer.
Are we asking for a jersey from anybody? I like Dempsey because he played for Team USA.
I have several Dempsey jerseys.
Can I also get a Landon Donovan jersey?
Landon Donovan. He's actually he's actually in San Diego to watch the World Cup at the bar I go to watch soccer.
Those are the only 2 guys I really know.
Yeah, that's fine. If we're going jerseys, I want it from the Golden Boot winner, and the Golden Boot is the person that scores the most goals throughout the season.
Okay.
Who plays for Atlanta United, Joseph Martinez.
Where's he from?
He is from Venezuela.
Oh man.
So
It's like baseball. I feel like this soccer is like almost, it's like literally like baseball, but just with your feet.
If you can look at a roster,
Except no bat.
majority of them are from Europe, or South America. But, I mean, a lot of Americans are showing promise. So,
Yeah.
please.
I would seriously, if I ever went to Europe, I would probably challenge somebody on the street. I'd be like, hey, if you can hit my fastball, you can keep my glove and everything like that. But if you can't hit it, I want a signed soccer ball from you. And it could be a little kid.
Hey,
I think that'd be a great challenge.
Let's get this challenge going.
I mean, if you're listening right now and you're from Europe, and if I ever hit Europe, just know I'm bringing my glove, I'm bringing a bat, and I'm bringing a baseball. And if you can hit it, you get to keep everything. But if you lose it, I need a soccer ball from you, signed. I don't care how old you are. If I pick a 2-year-old, you better learn how to learn cursive because you're signing that soccer ball.
Shoot, let's talk to the producer about this. I'll talk to producer Emma about this and see if we can get a trip to Europe going.
Exactly. And also, shout out for us, actually, this is going to be great. We're heading to Vegas, right?
We are heading to Vegas,
We're heading to Vegas to watch a great game.
Great game.
And it's going to be an onslaught of sharks devouring a knight's armor.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yes, it is. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to definitely do a podcast out in Vegas.
Oh, I would
will
say
be
definitely
amazing.
1 or 2, yeah.
So for all you listening, just know that's going to be coming. But there should be another one before, of course, we go to Vegas and everything like that. And also, we want to give a shout out to Bryan Garbez for being on the show. You didn't talk much, but hey, that one speech that you had, that was like
moving.
That was like a miracle speech. From the hockey show or hockey movie Miracle. That I feel like I deserve to be here tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I got something better for this Vegas, the Knights versus Sharks game.
Oh, here we go.
That's not anything. For the people listening, if you comment below on the video or hit us up on Twitter, and you predict the winner and the score,
Okay.
the closest person will get a San Diego Gulls hockey puck.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
First giveaway.
I think that's definitely happening.
Put your comments in, and we'll get it going.
Now, if somebody else picks the same score as you and everything like that, we're going to go off the first person to say it.
Yeah.
So make sure you do it quick. We're also going to do another shout-out to Zay.
Yeah.
He's got a concert coming out. What is it again, Rev?
December 8th at Somo.
At Somo. So if you're in the San Diego area and you know where Somo's at, which is right behind the sports arena, come see him. I mean, he's going to put on a great show. We're going to be there. There's going to be lots of people there anyway. Pick up some of his merchandise.
Pick up some of our merchandise.
Yeah, pick up some of our merchandise. We'll be having shirts and stuff like that. So those are in the works also. So thanks, guys, for listening. We hope to make sure you guys hear us again. Should be soon.
Yeah,
we don't have specific dates, so just keep tuning in. We'll be posting it everywhere. Share it to your friends, please. Get this worldwide going.
Oh, yeah.
We're coming for Barstool. We love Barstool.
And
but we want them to recognize us, and hopefully they hear us out.
And don't forget, if you are part of a small business or you work for a small business and you want to sponsor the show and get some ad time, please feel free to hit me up on all social media facets.
So thanks, guys, for listening, and tune in next time.